Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to explore an empowering and transformative message, one that resonates deeply within the heart of each of us. It's a reminder that within us lies all that we need to thrive in this world. We often find ourselves trapped in cycles of overthinking, questioning our worth, doubting our ability, and comparing ourselves to others. But I am here to tell you this: you are safe, you are loved, and you are enough. This is the truth, and it is time to focus on your own path, your own growth, and your own beauty. Let go of the noise from the outside world and embrace the quiet, powerful voice inside you that knows what you are capable of. The more we align with this truth, the more we free ourselves from the limiting beliefs that hold us back. This is a call to stop overthinking and to trust that the universe has a beautiful plan for you, one that is uniquely yours. Trust yourself and your journey. So often we allow doubt to creep into our minds. We question whether we're on the right path or if we're good enough for the opportunities that lie ahead. But the truth is, you have always been exactly where you needed to be. Trusting yourself means acknowledging that you have an inner wisdom that will always guide you in the right direction. You may not always know exactly how things will unfold, but the very fact that you are here, alive and breathing, means you are on the journey meant for you. Every moment of your life has been preparing you for this time. The lessons you've learned, the struggles you've overcome, and the triumphs you've experienced, each piece of your journey has contributed to the person you are today. When you start trusting your path, the anxiety of overthinking dissipates. You realize that every experience has purpose, and that you are moving exactly where you need to go. It's natural to wonder if you're doing the right thing, especially when you're uncertain about the future. But stop for a moment. Think about all the times in your life when things worked out, even when you couldn't see the outcome. Every decision you've made has brought you to this present moment, and that's a beautiful thing. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Even if the road seems unclear or you feel lost, know that the universe is guiding you in ways you may not fully understand right now. Trusting yourself also means embracing the unknown and choosing to step forward with faith. Even when fear tries to hold you back, trust that you are capable of handling what comes your way. When you trust yourself, the need to compare your path to others' paths fades away. You stop measuring your progress based on someone else's timeline. Instead, you focus on your own growth and celebrate the uniqueness of your journey. Your journey does not need to look like anyone else's. It is yours and yours alone, and it is perfect in its own way. So, breathe in that trust. Breathe in the knowing that you are capable of navigating this life, and that no matter what challenges arise, you will always find your way. Trust that you are enough for every single step you take. Release the burden of perfection. We live in a world that constantly pushes us toward perfection, whether it's on social media, in the workplace, or even within our families. We're often told that we must always perform at our best, appear flawless, and be the best version of ourselves at all times. But this is not the truth. Perfection is an illusion. It doesn't exist. And when we try to live up to these unrealistic standards, we only find ourselves exhausted, overwhelmed, and disconnected from who we truly are. To stop overthinking, we must first let go of the need for perfection. Understand that perfection is a concept created by the mind, not a reflection of your true essence. Your worth is not determined by how perfectly you perform in any given moment. It is not about being flawless. It's about being authentic. When you accept yourself as you are, flaws and all, you open the door to deeper self-love. You no longer need to live up to a standard that doesn't serve you. Instead, you embrace yourself with compassion and grace. You allow yourself to be imperfect, because in that imperfection lies your true beauty. Releasing the burden of perfection means letting go of comparison. You no longer feel the need to measure your worth against someone else's idea of success. You begin to realize that your uniqueness, your imperfections, and your struggles are what make you who you are. The real power lies in embracing who you are in your most natural, unfiltered form. Perfectionism often arises from a fear of judgment or rejection. But when you stop overthinking and focusing on others' perceptions of you, you find peace in simply being yourself. You start to embrace the freedom that comes from releasing the need to be perfect. You stop trying to prove anything to anyone and begin to live in alignment with your authentic self. Remember, you are already enough, just as you are. You don't need to prove your worth through perfection. You are worthy of love, success, and happiness simply because you exist. Allow yourself to be human. Allow yourself to make mistakes. And in those mistakes, you will find growth and strength. Be gentle with yourself. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of being hard on ourselves. We often push ourselves too hard, setting impossible expectations that leave us feeling drained and disheartened. This constant striving for more can cause us to neglect our emotional, physical, and mental well-being. But it's time to stop that cycle. Being gentle with yourself means treating yourself with the same kindness and care that you would offer a loved one. It means honoring your limits, acknowledging your needs, and prioritizing your health and happiness. Self-compassion is a vital part of the journey toward healing and self-empowerment. When you approach yourself with kindness, you free yourself from the constant pressure to achieve more. You stop overthinking every decision and start listening to your body's signals. If you're tired, rest. If you're overwhelmed, take a break. Being gentle with yourself is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It takes courage to slow down and allow yourself to breathe. It takes courage to acknowledge that you are not a machine, but a human being with emotions and needs. When you treat yourself with gentleness, you begin to nurture your soul. You give yourself permission to feel joy, to experience peace, and to honor your own worth. You stop chasing after external validation and start validating yourself. You affirm that you are deserving of love, care, and attention, simply because you exist. It's also important to remember that being gentle with yourself means forgiving yourself. We all make mistakes. We all have moments of doubt and failure. But these moments do not define us. Instead, they are opportunities to learn and grow. When you release the need to be perfect and stop overthinking, you create space for healing. You allow yourself to move forward with a sense of grace, knowing that you are doing your best in every moment. So be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself the time and space to heal and grow. You are worthy of the same love and care that you so freely offer to others. Focus on your own growth, not others' expectations. One of the most powerful ways to stop overthinking is to shift your focus away from others' expectations and turn it inward. Too often we get caught up in what others think of us or what we believe they want from us. But when we live our lives based on someone else's expectations, we lose sight of our true desires, our unique purpose, and the very essence of who we are. It's time to stop seeking validation from the outside world and start seeking it from within. When you focus on your own growth, you release the need to constantly measure yourself against others. You stop looking at what they have achieved or how they live their lives. Instead, you begin to define success on your own terms. Success is not about meeting someone else's expectations. It's about being the best version of yourself, whatever that looks like. When you stop overthinking and worrying about what others think of you, you free yourself to focus on your personal journey. You begin to set your own goals and work toward them with intention and purpose. Focusing on your own growth also means embracing the process of evolution. Personal growth is not a destination. It's a lifelong journey. As you evolve, your goals, desires, and dreams will evolve too. It's important to honor each phase of your life and be open to the changes that come with it. The more you focus on your growth, the more you realize that it is not about competing with others. It's about competing with the person you were yesterday. Remember, you are not in competition with anyone but yourself. The only expectations you need to meet are the ones you set for yourself. And those expectations should be rooted in love, compassion, and authenticity. When you focus on your own growth, you stop worrying about others' judgments. You stop overthinking how you appear to the world and start creating the life that brings you joy. It is in this space that true empowerment is born. Let go of fear and embrace the present moment. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles that prevent us from moving forward in life. We often fear the unknown, the risks, and the possibility of failure. But fear is just a thought. It's not the truth of who you are. Letting go of fear means choosing to live fully in the present moment, rather than being consumed by worries about the future or regrets about the past. When you focus on the present moment, you stop overthinking about what could go wrong. You embrace the now, knowing that it is the only moment you truly have control over. Fear often arises when we project ourselves into the future and imagine worst-case scenarios. But in reality, most of what we fear never happens. It is simply a product of our mind, which tends to overanalyze and overcomplicate situations. Embracing the present moment allows you to live with more clarity and joy. It frees you from the burden of overthinking and allows you to experience life as it is, without the constant mental chatter. When you are fully present, you can make decisions from a place of peace rather than fear. You trust that whatever unfolds will be for your highest good. The more you practice living in the present moment, the less fear will have a hold over you. You begin to realize that you are safe, loved, and enough, no matter what happens. Honor your own needs and desires. Too often we ignore our own needs in the name of pleasing others or meeting external expectations. We sacrifice our own happiness, health, and well-being for the sake of others. But when we do this, we are neglecting the very essence of who we are. You are worthy of having your needs met and your desires fulfilled. It's time to honor yourself fully. When you honor your needs and desires, you are sending a powerful message to the universe that you are deserving of everything that is good. This means taking the time to listen to yourself, to recognize what you truly want, and to give yourself permission to pursue it. You no longer wait for validation from others or put off your happiness for later. You begin to create a life that reflects your true self, one that aligns with your values and dreams. Honoring your needs also means setting boundaries. You no longer allow others to take advantage of your time, energy, or resources. You honor yourself enough to say no when necessary and to prioritize your well-being. The journey towards self-empowerment and peace begins with one simple truth. You are safe, you are loved, and you are enough. Stop overthinking, let go of the need for perfection, and trust that you are on the right path. Embrace the beauty of your own growth, be gentle with yourself, and focus on living in the present moment. When you start to focus on yourself and honor your own needs, you will discover the peace and happiness that have always been within you. You are enough, just as you are. Always have been, always will be. Embrace your worth and let go of self-doubt. There is a profound truth that lies deep within each of us, one that is often buried beneath layers of self-doubt, fear, and insecurity. You are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. Too often we underestimate ourselves and allow feelings of unworthiness to cloud our perception of what we deserve. This persistent voice of doubt, whether it's from past experiences, society's standards, or our own critical inner voice, keeps us from fully stepping into the fullness of who we are. To truly stop overthinking and allow ourselves to live freely, we must learn to embrace our inherent worth, let go of self-doubt, and claim our place in the world with confidence. It is easy to fall into the trap of believing that we must prove ourselves to others in order to feel valued. We compare our successes to those around us, wondering if we measure up or if we are enough. But the truth is, your worth has never been contingent on anyone else's opinion. You are worthy simply because you exist. This truth is unwavering and cannot be changed by external circumstances. The more you accept this, the more you begin to shed the layers of doubt that keep you small. You will find that when you embrace your worth, you no longer seek approval from others. Instead, you honor yourself and your unique journey. Letting go of self-doubt doesn't happen overnight, and it's not about pretending to be perfect or invincible. It's about embracing vulnerability, accepting that you are human, and trusting that you are deserving of love, success, and happiness, just as much as anyone else. When you stop overthinking your worth and instead ground yourself in the truth of who you are, you open up space for the abundance of life to flow in. You no longer hold back out of fear or insecurity. Instead, you stand tall in the power of your own presence. Self-doubt often arises from past experiences where we were told we weren't enough or where we didn't meet someone's expectations. But remember, those experiences are not a reflection of your true worth. They are simply moments in time, and they do not define you. Every single person has faced rejection, failure, and challenges. However, none of these things diminish your inherent value. Embrace the lessons of the past, but don't allow them to dictate your present or future. As you learn to let go of self-doubt, you will notice a shift in how you carry yourself and how you approach the world. You'll become more confident, more open to new opportunities, and more willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Doubt no longer holds the same power over you. Instead, you see each challenge as an opportunity for growth, and you meet each one with courage and faith in yourself. Ultimately, embracing your worth is a continual practice. It's about showing up every day as your most authentic self, knowing that you are worthy of everything you desire and more. You don't need to earn your worth. It is already yours, waiting for you to acknowledge it. When you do, you will see that everything begins to align in your life in the most beautiful, effortless way. You are enough. Always have been. Always will be. It's time to stop overthinking and start trusting the truth of who you are. You are safe, you are loved, and you are enough. Release the burden of perfection, let go of fear, and begin embracing your own growth. Honor your needs, be gentle with yourself, and above all, know your worth. When you align with the knowing that you are worthy of love, success, and happiness, you free yourself from the shackles of self-doubt and overthinking. Live for yourself. Focus on your journey and embrace the unique, powerful being you are. The universe supports you, and the world needs the gift that only you can offer. Step into your power and live fully as the magnificent person you were always meant to be.